Hi, Win. How are you?
I'm doing well, Nav. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you. We chatted about this a while ago, and I was literally looking forward to this quick call session together with you because I would like to learn more about home equity line of credit. And I know there are a lot of clients of mine and other people, homeowners, that I'm pretty sure they don't have enough information on this. And because of that, they're missing some opportunities when it comes to home renovations. Before I get into it, because I'm just going to publish it online publicly, could you please introduce yourself just a little bit so everyone knows and then we can dive into the questions?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, thanks for having me. It's great to speak with you there again. Yeah, so my name is Vien Mountryvong. I'm a mortgage agent with DLC Premier Mortgages located here in Waterloo. However, I can serve clients provincially anywhere in Ontario and interprovincially as well. Um, Yeah, so HELOCs, you're absolutely right. There's a lot of questions surrounding what is a HELOC, how does it work, what do I use it for, do I qualify? So, of course, with some of the questions that you have there, hopefully we can provide some clarity as to what a HELOC is.
Yeah, awesome. I'm going to start with the basics. So, just very simply, can you tell us what is a HELOC and what is the difference between a mortgage or a line of credit?
Absolutely, yeah. So, home equity line of credit, more commonly referred to as a HELOC, it's a revolving line of credit, similar to a credit card. It's actually secured by the equity in your home. It allows you to borrow funds against the value of your home, uh, up to a certain credit limit. It offers a lot of flexibility in terms of repayment options. It generally provides lower interest rates than unsecured loans, like a personal loan from your bank. And unlike a traditional home equity loan, a HELOC lets you draw and repay funds repeatedly. So you can pay interest only, or you can, because it's open, you can actually pay it off anytime that you want. So it gives you a lot of flexibility, not only in terms of how you repay the loan, but what it's used for.
Awesome. And then when should a homeowner reach for HELOC, versus a personal loan? What kind of projects make sense for this?
Yeah, so if an individual is looking to do a home renovation and they have savings built
Course.
up, definitely use your savings first. It's interest free. You've already made plans in advance.
Yeah.
So definitely dip into your savings as appropriate. And then if there's any overages in fees or cost, then we can consider a HELOC itself. As mentioned prior, HELOCs typically the cost of borrowing is less than a personal loan. So of course, the goal is to pay as minimal as possible for those renovations. So it's definitely a good option.
All right. And I'll come in here because we had this conversation, but just for everyone knows, I had the same kind of issue problem where I had some savings for my own home renovation for bathroom and powder room. And I started buying the finishes from an advanced time for both. But when the time came to actually renovate, I gathered some quotes from different contractors, and I came to the realization that I won't have enough savings to do both at the same time. I was just short maybe 20% and 30% ish. So if I had a little bit more savings, I could do both. But we also have always, I mentioned a contingency saving. Um, just in case because our families are abroad. So we didn't want to touch that. And then we came to a moment, okay, which one we prioritize, our main bathroom or our powder room? We chose our main bathroom. Even though we had most of the finishes for the powder room, we said we're gonna do it whenever we have enough savings again. However, 2 years passed, we have a beautiful main bathroom, but now the contractor's fees increased. and I don't have enough savings. But if I knew about that at the time we talk about it, I most definitely would have taken the home equity line of credit, HELOC, and I would just finish all at the same time because it's the same contractor team. They come once, they do stage by stage, they do the breakdown at the same time for both areas, they do tiling at the same time, both areas. You deal with the deep cleaning only once, and then, well, you don't need to wait a couple of years to save again. So, I also believe that I keep telling, like the moment I learned it from you, I keep telling my clients, do you have any other areas, any small or big, that you are planning to renovate in the like soon future? So then we can refer to HELOC. That is better to do it right now. You will save a lot of money because the contractor fee will increase in next 2, 3 years. Material fees will increase in 2, 3 years, and then you have, as you said, very low interest rates. Going back to my second course of questions is actually a little bit of a combined one. I would like to have a better understanding what is the checklist and when is the timeline to apply for it? What paperwork homeowners need to prepare in advance, how long of a waiting time they will have, and any common fees and surprises that you can like enlighten us.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those that are interested in a HELOC, they've gone through the mortgage process, right? The application, what's involved.
Mhm.
So a HELOC is no different because it's secured by your home. A lot of the same documents, things like income documents, right?
Mhm.
Letter of employment, your T4s, pay stubs, notice of assessment, your tax property invoice. So those things are pretty standard when it comes to banks and lenders reviewing the application. So please have those ready and available. Yeah, in regards to the fees associated with the HELOC, again, very similar to a first mortgage. So things like legal fees, for example, registration fees, title search, those are pretty standard when it comes to the HELOC fees. Um, if we, for example, let's say that your first mortgage is with one of the six banks or a credit union. There's really no fees that are passed on to you by the lenders.
Mhm.
There's no broker fees, for example. However, if there's an alternative lender, and given that we explore those options, there may be associated fees with those lenders, but of course, those must be disclosed to you prior to you accepting any of the terms. So in short, very, very similar fees to that of your first mortgage.
Okay, makes sense. And when it comes to, as I said, like timing, incentives, like if I plan a renovation in stages, is it better to take a larger amount or take it as little as possible? What would you say on that?
Yeah, usually when it comes to renovations, especially major renovations, I think you'll agree with me. Sometimes there are delays, unforeseen
Yeah.
delays, if you want to call them that. And because of HELOC, the interest is charged only on the amount that you withdraw,
Hmm.
essentially the balance on the loan, then it would make sense in terms of reducing the costs to do smaller withdrawals as needed.
Okay.
And that's where that flexibility of a HELOC does come in, is because just like a credit card, it's revolving. So as you pay it down, that same amount can be reused again over and over again. So it's very, very popular when it comes to home renovations. Whether you're doing interior renovations or exterior.
Mhm.
Again, it gives you a lot of options in terms of repayment and how the loan works for you.
Okay, so just so it's clear, so let's say I started with 20K for my bathroom. I had some savings, and then on the down the road, like I took the first 20K, and down the road there are surprises, or I want to add a little bit more. So can I add on another 5K, let's say, down the road, right? That's exactly how it is.
Yeah, so just like again, I want to use the credit card comparison. Let's assume that the predetermined amount, the limit, if you will, is $20,000.
Mhm.
If you would like to increase that limit to
Oh,
25, 30,000, then we would have to reapply.
I see.
However, if you, let's say a homeowner decides to do a renovation that's 15,000, they have a $20,000 limit. They pay 5,000 down, so their balance is only 10,000 now. Then they would have that $10,000 available in credit.
I see. Okay. That's awesome. And then another thing that I'm curious about, are there any government incentives like energy rebates or any kind of thing that they support related to
Yeah, so
HELOC?
it will be independent of a HELOC. However, there are quite a few available right now, two of which I'm going to quickly touch base on.
Hmm.
So these are government programs. So the first one here is the Canada Greener Home Grant. Uh, Actually, you can get up to $5,000 in grants for things like insulation, windows, doors, heat pumps, basically anything that reduces energy costs to your home.
Hmm.
And then the second one is the Canada Greener Homes Loan. Again, exact same scenario. Any upgrades that you do to your home, essentially the purpose is to reduce the cost.
Energy, yeah.
Yeah, the heating costs, whether it's electricity or natural gas. And that program can offer anywhere from 5,000 to $40,000 in interest-free loan, up to 10 years repayment. So
That's
that's a really,
amazing.
really good one there.
That's a really good one. And it's something that I also bring up to my clients to be more cautious with the energy use. If you're going through renovations like a major ones, and if you already have a very old furnace or air conditioning system, it may be a good time to do those changes. Plus, you have disadvantages. So that's
Yeah,
a topic that I very frequently bring up. People tend to not touch that, but again, it's if you can do as much as in one whirlwind in the soon future, you will be very happy. You won't have any regrets about doing that. Just a quick wrap up. This was very great information. And I'm like it was in a nutshell, but it's very simple. When I mention my clients, they're like, "Oh, we don't know what about it, how difficult it will be." But now you made it super actually clear. It's like a credit card. And then you get like a certain credit and you can use it as needed towards that time. You can pay and get more balance that you can withdraw. So that's great to know. And just to wrap up, do you have any kind of quick tips, advices in general for the homeowners who are planning renovations or thinking of getting an HELOC, applying for it?
absolutely. Yeah, this can be all-encompassing. So number one is do your research.
Yeah.
So speak to your bank, speak to your mortgage broker, speak to a mortgage professional. The more information you have ahead of time, of course, you'll make a more informed decision. And keep in mind, as great as a HELOC is in regards to its flexibility and how those funds are being used, it may not be the right fit for that individual, right? Based on what their financial plans are, based on whether they're looking to repay the amount quicker or
Mhm.
spread it over a longer period of time. So this is where proper guidance from a financial expert, from a mortgage professional,
Mhm.
will help you navigate some of the nuances when it comes to borrowing against your property.
No.
Number two would be budget. Keep a budget in mind, right? And this is really, really important. And Nev, I think you can kind of relate to this.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you go through with your clients and some of those options come up, granite countertops, the type of flooring. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
Sometimes your initial budget, at least what you have planned, isn't what the outcome is, right? So have a budget in mind, stick to it as best as possible, because it can increase very quickly and in very large amounts.
Absolutely.
And then lastly, when it comes to a HELOC specifically, is be disciplined. The reason why I say that is because um, it's money that's easily accessible. And in many cases, it's a very large sum of money because you're borrowing it against the equity in your home.
Mhm.
So sometimes, you have good intentions of getting a HELOC for the purpose of renovating your home or perhaps, doing or building a deck or anything along those lines that add value to your home.
Mhm.
And of course, um, uh, you know, increase the comfort in your home. And that's what homeowners, the majority, want to do
Mhm.
the renovations for. So the point there is when it comes to discipline, make sure that those funds are utilized for what the original plans were. And that's for the projects within your home.
Awesome. Well, that's another thing. It's when you are thinking of HELOC or any kind of loan, it always it's almost like a must to have someone professional like yourself to have the guidance with. As you said, it's like I do my part as a professional. I do a budget, some that kind of a spectrum. I give my clients a spectrum. As you said, there is a chance that it can go over, very likely, and you need to have a contingency too. Even in my case, I started to buy things in advance, like put it in the basement, but I wasn't able to until the last moment. That was kind of where I wasn't sure. Like maybe I should have got the quotes in advance, but all the quotes like just valid for a month. That's the thing. If I knew this if I had 20% of more savings, I could have done it. And if I knew about the HELOC, that will have saved all my problems at that time. And I will probably in these 2 years, I'll be done paying that 20% difference already. But for anything larger, I 100% agree. And then it's also setting the expectations on my side and on the loan side. So it's very important to have a guidance during your, as I keep saying in my Instagram and profile, like, yeah, have a guidance with your renovation roadmap, but also have a guidance financially because you have to have those two roadmaps aligned. So, and you've been great for that. I'm so glad I have met you, Vian, honestly. Like every conversation we had, I was enlightened in terms of financing and how to plan the future for home renovations and then even like helping my clients. Thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it. I am pretty certain this is going to be very helpful for many homeowners.
Yes, I hope. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, so the whole purpose of our conversation today was to provide information on HELOCs and what it can be used for, the benefits. So I hope your clients, the viewers of this, will have a little bit of a takeaway here to better understand exactly what a HELOC is and its respective benefits.
Yeah, awesome. And then they already know a great financial advisor on their next project. So thank
Yes,
you.
definitely. Thank you so much, Nev.
Talk to you later.
Bye for
Bye.
now.